at the show, along the backstretch, or on the trail home. You only need one liniment line to keep your equine companion feeling their best. Equilite Sore No More by Arenas, the natural arnica-based cooling liniment that you can count on to outperform the competition. Sore No More liniment has twice been named Product of the Year by Horse Journal magazine, who says, "We were so impressed with Sore No More. We felt every barn should have it." Sore No More is great to use on horses with sensitive skin. Use it under wraps or bandages. Sore No More can be used with confidence in conjunction with laser therapy, ultrasound, magnetic and ceramic fiber therapies. Veterinarians, physical therapists, and some of the top riders in the USA have discovered the benefits of the Sore No More product line.
I work with a lot of laminitis horses, and they get so sore in their body, and everybody concentrates on their feet. But really, if you can take the Sore No More, rub it into their shoulders, their back, their hindquarters, it gives those laminitis horses huge relief.
Dougie introduced us to Sore No More several years ago, and we've been using this product ever since. You know, it's a terrific product. It enables us to use it on the muscles, on the big, large muscle mass of the horse, whenever his back is sore, whenever his hind end is a little bit tired from the work. It's a really, really great product.
The nice thing about Sore No More, it really shows me where there is a hot spot, because you'll start to see a white cream almost like a foam off the sea. Now that I've used and put the Sore No More on the horse's back, if you have access to a laser, and what I'm showing here is that Sore No More is safe to use with a laser and pulsating magnetic therapy. So let's give him a couple shots here of the laser. This is a 2-second probe. This will help stimulate his back. And the other thing about Sore No More is that I can put this on a horse that has reaction to so many other liniments, and we don't have to worry about blistering underneath saddles or anything like that. And it's a good maintenance product. Sore No More is a wonderful, just plain maintenance product. But it's the best product that I've ever used, and I've been in the horse business doing horses for 35 years. And I've used every liniment known to the horseman.
Basically, what I love about Sore No More is I love the fact that it's all natural product. And being natural, and for me being an international competitor, helps me a lot going through all the shows. It's something that I can use all the time without having the problem of having to deal with doping controls and stuff like that, and being very, very effective. The liniment is great at the shows. It's really something that we could use before the classes and after the classes. The greatest thing that Sore No More has is that you could use it underneath the wraps, especially in Florida for the winter circuit. Although this winter is very hot there, you don't blister the horses with it, so it's really good to have it.
We try and keep it pretty thin, and just use things where we feel like we have a real benefit. And certainly from Equilite and the whole team there, they do a fantastic job at really knowing that whole space and part of the market for us, and we really trust them. You know, for me, we spend countless hours. Each of these horses to get to this level have at least 3,000 hours of work in them. And we do everything we can to try and make them as healthy as they can be, really from the inside out, and try and make sure that the quality and the ingredients that go into the different products we use around these horses are only the best. And I think that it's really the synergy of all the pieces that fit together that makes me so proud to sit behind them.
Sore No More is also the hands-on choice for licensed professionals like U.S. show jumping team equine physical therapist Janice Marquis and equine massage therapist Karen Erickson, who cares for some of America's top hunters and Grand Prix show jumpers.
I love Sore No More. I have been using it for about 8 years. I love it because it keeps the horses happy. It really helps with their muscular stiffness before and after events. And they must think that I do miracles, but it's really Sore No More.
And now Karen will share some techniques you can use to ease muscle soreness.
So now we're going to put the nice warm towel on, moist towel, so it can drive this in further, because this seemed to be kind of, you can see how he's flinching a little bit. Okay, so we can get rid of that soreness. So I'm going to get a nice warm towel, thank you, and I'm just going to place this on his back. Now you don't want it dripping at all, so you can see there's right on that problematic area. Then I'm going to put a wool cooler over him, and then let it stand, let him go into his stall if he wants, for about 5 or 10 minutes. We don't want it to get too cool. Thank you. There we go. Okay, now you can see how this keeps the moist, warm heat in over top the Sore No More. And he seems really happy with this. Then I'll show you what we can do if it's an acute case. If he's real sore and he just came out from competition and you think he might have pulled a muscle. So let's say we have an acute situation right up here in the sacrolumbar area. I'm going to apply a Sore No More into that area. So I'm going to get the towel, put the ice on top of the towel. Okay, so it's not directly on his back. And then put a cooler on there so it keeps that nice and cold. And that will drive the Sore No More in, brings out any inflammation that he will have. Put a cooler on him. Voila. Okay. There we go, and just keep an eye on this. Leave it on for 5 to 7 minutes. You can monitor that.
I'm Janice Marquis, equine physical therapist. I work with the U.S. show jumping team, and this is Val, and we're going to do some massage. I like this product because it's clean and simple, it's easy. Horses don't react to it as far as skin irritation. It's very effective, and you can't do it wrong. I like to use Sore No More daily when I'm doing therapy on horses in complement with a variety of machines that I use. Lasers, magnetic therapy, therapeutic ultrasound, back on track, the right spot, chi machine. It's a great complement to almost any therapy you're already using. Sore No More has been an invaluable tool for me at the last 2 Olympics, 2004 in Athens and 2008 in Hong Kong.
I love it after they jump. We love to rub their legs down and hocks and even the stifles. Just as a all around, it keeps the legs cool, it really cools them, tightens them, and actually for many horses we do use it even pre-competition or pre-jumping. On their backs, sometimes their gluteals, by rubbing it in before we jump, it warms them up and I think it loosens things up.
The new Sore No More meets racing industry's regulatory zero-tolerance requirements, delivering the cooling topical arnica liniment with comfrey and no added lobelia or capsaicin in the blend.
In racing, your horses are going 30 to 40 miles an hour, landing on one leg at a time with 120 pounds on them. So, I mean, they sprain so easily. There's so many things that happen to legs and tendons and soft tissue and muscles, and you leave the gate from a standstill and all of a sudden you're going 35, 40 miles an hour. They're going to pull muscles, they're going to pull tendons, they're going to pull a lot of things, and Sore No More, they're just the best products out there.
It's very soothing. Sore No More is a very soothing product, and I feel very comfortable that it's safe. I've never had a horse scurf, I've never had a horse react, I've never had a skin reaction to it. So I know that I can put it on and use the laser over it, use the electric muscle stimulation over it, therapeutic ultrasound. I can use all the modalities that I use before and after using the Sore No More liquid.
Sore No More the gel is probably one of my most popular items I like to use in my barn. I find it very easy to work with. You know, applying it to the horses, rubbing it down, the guys putting it on. I find there's not a lot of waste with that. To me, I think it's a very good product that is economically used versus alcohol flies all over the place. The gel is very easy to put on and you can concentrate it to certain areas that you want it at.
We use the Sore No More 2 different ways. We use it when we are treating horses with the modality which is ultrasound, which is a therapeutic tool, and it helps to drive the ingredients in the Sore No More a little further into the tissue. And then we also use it as a way to help cool the tissue down underneath the poultice. So it's used basically 2 different ways. One with the ultrasound to drive it a little further, and then also as a cooling material. As a horse and human chiropractor,
I find that the hydrating properties of the buttery smooth salve is phenomenal for the skin for healing, bites, scratches, abrasions, helping to regrow hair for blanket rubs, which is why I originally had gotten it for my horse. Using the salve actually helps to make that little bit of muscle work much more comfortable for the horses. It's just a great combination to help to keep your horse's skin healthy. You keep your horse's skin healthy and loose and him comfortable in it, he's going to be healthier and be able to perform better and longer.
One of the products we use exclusively here at Kendallwood Farm is the Sore No More shampoo. We like it very much because not only rinses clean and free, but because it lathers nicely, gets the legs very clean, is sulfate free, and encourages the legs, the whole body, muscles, tendons, ligaments to not be sore. Also use it in a spray bottle to make it easier to apply. First wash the entire body, but just for demonstration, we're just going to wash these white legs. It's very important, even in the wintertime, to keep legs clean and to prevent scratches. So we want to keep the feathers clean. And you can see it suds up very nicely, very easily. Good boy. Feels nice, huh? After rinsing the leg very well, you want to make sure that you dry it to ensure that you get all the water out and not encourage the growth of scratches. And Sore No More is also safe to use on any skin type, any color type, and the horses love it.
The next time you walk into your tack or feed store, ask for Sore No More products by name. The old saying goes, no hoof, no horse. Sugardyne is an old-time remedy that's been resurrected by farriers to combat abscesses and hoof infection. Kathy Mungen of KP Mungen Racing Stables will show you how to take Sore No More's, the sauce, and turn it into a Sugardyne preparation.
First of all, I'm going to put regular table sugar into a container. And then what we do is we add the sauce, Sore No More sauce, and we get it to a pretty thick consistency. I usually do this every couple days. I don't like to let it sit too often, especially in Florida. The ants tend to get it to a paste consistency. I might add a little bit of sugar. Then what we do is we paint it on the hoofs. I am painting the Sore No More sauce mixed with sugar, and it becomes a Sugardyne. I've made it into a liquid consistency so that we can paint it on. His feet are a little tender, but I wanted to get into all the nooks and crannies. And not having his shoes on, it's a little difficult to use it as a pack. But if he has shoes on, we'll make it thicker and like a peanut butter consistency, and then you can pack it in there good and bandaged. But right now, I've been using it for a few days, so I just chose to paint it on, and it helps tremendously to help draw and get the soreness out of the foot.
Sore No More is also popular in all Western disciplines, from reiners to cutters to barrel racers.
The Sore No More liniment I like because when I use it on my horse's legs, I tend to have less burning. It works well, but it's not going to end up chewing up their leg and leaving me with more problems. I like the way it's natural, and it's not going to overdo the job, but it still does it thoroughly.
Whether it's the final fence on a course or the last movement in your dressage test, or if you're just on your way back to the barn, you want your horse feeling as fresh after their performance as when you started. Arenas' Sore No More is ready to go to work wherever you go. Our dealers will be happy to help you learn how to use Equilite Sore No More products and answer your questions about why this all-purpose liniment line should become an essential part of your daily grooming routine. Join farms and owners across America and the world that are using Equilite Sore No More by Arenas and see if you can feel the difference.